Also, again, if you're filling out the form, please fill in the gaps. Or not the form, the doc.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
Hello everyone. For anyone just getting to know me, my name is Safiya and I am a second-year business management major. I am currently assistant treasurer of PAC and now running for the position of treasurer for the 2025-26 school year. With that being said, I formally and gratefully accept my nomination as treasurer. I believe that what I have to offer will bring great success to the club. Being a CAB member as assistant treasurer has taught me a lot of skills. You may or may not know this, but I did not have any leadership experience prior to my current position. However, I quickly learned how to lead, communicate, and collaborate throughout the school year. One of the other key takeaways from this year was learning how to handle and manage money. For a little context, up until this point, I have always been told to be smart with my money. More times now because I am a college student. Believe me, my mom has sent me a lot of texts about this. My mom in particular would always emphasize the importance of budgeting and saving as much money as you can, and over time that really shaped my habits of being smart with my money. The point being is that it all draws back to being a good, qualified treasurer. Excuse me. A treasurer has to be smart, responsible, and good with money, and I firmly believe that I fulfill all of these qualities. More importantly, they maintain integrity and trust with those around them. If I am granted this position, I will bring the same level of care and financial discipline from my personal life to the organization's foundation. I will ensure that every dollar is used wisely and transparently. As a business major, I have been able to apply many concepts I have learned in class to real life. Things like budgeting, strategizing, and financial planning are all concepts that are tied to the treasurer position. My knowledge and academic background will allow me to manage the club's finances in a responsible manner. However, being treasurer isn't just about managing money, it is also about being able to support the club's growth through my potential CAB's ideas and bringing new visions to life. During my term as assistant treasurer, I have raised enough funds to have a solid foundation to work with if I am chosen for this position. As treasurer, I will allocate money both thoughtfully and reasonably to my fellow potential CAB members for the events they are passionate about and intend to make happen. I am committed to making sure the financial side of this club is in a good standing position. Being on top of submitting reimbursements and creating budget breakdowns were things that could have been improved in the past. My goal is to implement a way where my potential CAB is held accountable when it comes to submitting reimbursement requests or budget breakdowns for events. For example, something as simple as a due date for giving me a budget breakdown before the event can be a good start to making things easier on my end and the other end. I also want to increase CAB transparency regarding the club's money because it is important to know where the money is being kept and where it's going to. With all that being said, I am extremely blessed to have the opportunity to be able to run for CAB again. The passion that I have for this club and position will not only keep me going throughout the year, but will motivate my other potential CAB members to keep the same energy. I hope you all can put your trust in me for PAC treasurer, and I promise to do my best in taking good care of this position. Thank you.
All right, for your question portion, I have Kira's. She had to leave, but I'll read it for her. As you know, the treasurer is the first point of contact with handling individuals' money. Several times throughout the year, the accounting office has been behind on sending out reimbursements. How do you plan on addressing and handling the potential kickback you might receive due to this inconvenience?
First of all, I would probably try to get in contact with the accounting office and try to email them what's going on, why everything is pretty much behind. But regarding people's money and how it's not getting to them in time, I would just be transparent with them. Say I promise you it's not really my fault, just because they're the accounting office is the one that's backed up. I submitted everything, I'm good. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Just having them understand where I'm coming from, and it's out of my hands at this point, you know what I mean?
Sweet. Your next question is for me. This is a rhetorical situation. Let's just say PAC has borrowed a lump sum amount of money from alumni, if it is for retreats, whatever it may be, and for some odd reason the alumni got in a pickle and need their money back. Do you have a plan set up just in case we have to pay this lump sum amount of money?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so with that, If we owed a certain amount of money to a certain like organization, I would probably take a certain like percentage of the fundraisers that we hold, and let's say it's 60% of the earnings for PAC. It goes to PAC, and then 40% goes to the other organization. I would also maybe like it could also be like a certain amount after each month we give it to them too. And if fines are still reinforced, like from the secretary, then I will probably use the fines that people paid to pay that organization.
Shout out alumni. This one's from Bree.
So what's your motivation for running, and how will you deal with burnout or like not wanting to be as active in CAB anymore?
My motivation, I'll start with that. Being on CAB this year, it's just like showed me a lot of skills that I could like apply to real life, you know what I mean? And like I said in my speech, that I've always like been kind of smart with my money and like very frugal with it. So I thought that I could apply my own skills to this club and make sure this club is in like a good standing position, because it's given so much like back to me. So I feel like it's kind of like a trade-off, you know. I want to do best for this club as well. And what was the second part?
How will you deal with like burnout?
I think that kind of comes to kind of managing my time and just like blocking everything that I need to do. Just make sure I don't do it in one day, kind of like one period of time. I just want to spread everything out, make sure, and also doing things beforehand, no procrastination. So I feel like that's a good way to deal with burnout. Yeah.
Okay, the next question is from Kira. Just this year, there was a change in which office handles the grant budget for PGrad. Are you aware of this change? If so, what is the name of the office that now handles the grant for this event, or the name of our advisor from this office?
I wasn't aware of the office change at all, but I will make sure to contact my friend Kara about that, just because I feel like it's something that I need to know beforehand. I would have assumed it was the business office, but if that answer is different, then I'm not too sure.
And then the next question is from Justine. What is one part of your personality that might actually make you bad at this role, and what are you doing to manage it?
I think, like Hannah said, I'm not really too outspoken about things. I usually just kind of keep to myself, and I think that's one thing I could work on regarding like finances, because when dealing with money, I'm gonna get a lot of like backlash towards people just because dealing with money is a hard thing to do. But what was the question again? Sorry.
What is one part of your personality that might actually make you bad at this role, and then what are you doing to manage it?
Okay. What I'm doing to manage it, I'm pretty sure I just need to tell myself that my opinion matters, and it's important to speak up against things, and even if no one like really agrees, but it's important to put your foot down, because if you don't, like, people are just gonna step all over you, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm trying to be better on that part.